Hello, everybody. Welcome again to the Fusion Cast. I remain your host, Chris V, and today I have a special guest on the cast with me. She is many things, but she's a great person now. She has been in the business world, the politics world, the Christian world, and anything you can think of. Basically, she is one, as my dad would say. So here with me, I have Madam Roma. Please do well to introduce yourself to the
Okay. Good evening.
good evening.
Nice having me in your studio today.
Yep.
My name is Evangelist Chef Mrs. Gochi Oromajilena Okoma. Thank you.
Welcome. Mr. Roma, it's wonderful having you today. Turns out you are an evangelist. How long has it been since you accepted the call?
Okay, by the grace of God, this is my 10 years
10
now.
years.
That's an
Wow. That's wonderful. And for 10 years, you've been doing the work of God. It also turns out you're a chef. So, how long have you been a chef for?
Okay, by His grace for 15 years now.
15 years.
It's more than that, but
Professionally as a chef?
it's 15 years now.
15 years.
So my mom was a good chef also.
Okay.
So if I add to that, it's more than that. But certificates proved 15 years
So
now.
you've been a certified chef
Yes.
for 15 years.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've had so many experiences along the way, along the line. Can you tell us the top experiences you've had, like when it comes to being a chef? Who is the most dignified personnel you've ever catered for?
I've catered for a lot of politicians in Rivers State.
Okay.
I've catered for former governor of Rivers State,
Wow.
His Excellency Peter Odley.
Wow.
I've catered for the former minister, Right Honorable Michibika Amechi.
Wow.
I've also catered for the current minister now, His Excellency, the FCT minister, Barrister Ezebonyi Sonke.
Wow.
Too many to be mentioned.
Wow. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful having you here. So I'm speaking with not just anybody, but someone who has been toe to toe with politicians, with politics, and this is wonderful. We are very, very grateful to have you here today.
Thank you very much.
I want to ask, in your early days as a chef, did you always have these connections or did you have to build it from the ground up? How did you start out and how has it been going this time?
Okay. From the early stage, when I decided, okay, although it all started from I help my neighbors around. Maybe
Okay.
they want to do birthday, child education, any event they are doing.
Yeah.
I'll just voluntarily cook for them.
Because you had the skill.
Yes. So many were like, who cook this food? It's very nice. Is he a chef? Then I've not identified, I've not made my identity known
As
to
a chef,
people.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was how the thing was going on, by cooking free food for people.
Okay.
So a day came, one of my friends now said, why not make this thing as a business? So I now said, okay, no problem. Based on that, I now, anybody that wants to cook, if it's one rubber of rice with chicken or beef,
Yeah.
I'll give you the list of things I want. Then at the end of the day, you get them for me. I check it's complete. Then I'll tell you my workmanship.
Okay.
5,000. You'll still see some persons will tell you, I have 3,000, I have 2,000. So when I tell you, I don't even have, I'll not no problem. I'll give to them. So one good turn deserves another.
Yeah.
From there, some persons I was kind to were like, I have this in our church. We are doing this program.
Yeah.
I have a woman that can cook very well. Then in my church too, St. Nicholas Anglican Church. They will not say the main group. I do their cooking,
Yeah.
children harvest, things like that. That's how I came up. So the favor of God and the good food I'm making elevated me to this height.
That's wonderful. So basically, it wasn't something that you set out to do in a long run. It just happened that you were good at it, you were consistent with it, and then from the advice of somebody, you decided to just start it up. You know why this story is actually, to me, I can resonate with this is most of the times I look at some of the youths we have today, especially those ones that have little skill or little that don't come out in the open to use that skill. For instance, my dad always says, if you know how to do something, the best place to do it is in the house of God. Like you said, you were making food for church programs, you were making food for naming, and all these things are things that revolve around the church. And so that's how people get to know you more. So
Yes.
that's wonderful. And in the long run, you are someone who stands and caters for dignitaries. I want to ask, how did that happen? Like, who was the first dignitary and how did you get such connect?
Okay. On the on the I'm a politician.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
So in my ward, charity begins at home.
Yeah.
In my ward, whenever there is anything going on, they always count on me. I
Yeah.
will do it. And at times we'll have leadership meeting. Everybody will be happy on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So we usually have committee when some party events occur. So they will add me on the
Committee.
event committee. Yeah. So on the aspect of welfare, any appointment, they will give me welfare.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, they will start to nominate me. That is how God moved me to come to that height. You
Yeah.
understand? Yeah. It's from grassroots. I was elevated to cook for dignity.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So now you're both a chef, an evangelist, and a politician. Now, my question is, most people believe that you cannot be in politics and still remain a child of God.
That is a big deceit.
Well, that's what I can put it to you. If we go outside and tell anybody,
Yes.
this person is a politician, immediately the first thing they think about is diabolism, is rituals, and then they always tell you that politicians can never be honest or truthful, and all those things are core. How would I put it? They are the core tenets of Christian religion. So how do you balance being a politician and still being an evangelist?
Okay. God bless you for that question.
Amen.
You see, in life, a lot of negative assumptions
Yeah.
normally destroy things in our lives.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you said now that made me to say, I want to go there and see it.
Wow.
Yeah. They will come and tell us politicians are this, politicians are
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept on saying, people go to school and study political science.
Yeah.
So won't they flourish because of all these things? So my brother, I can beat my chest. I dived into it. And I said, even though things like that is occurring, let me go and see. I will change the negative narrative.
Wow.
And by the grace of God, I entered. And I found out that majority of them are lies. You can see those women, the politicians' wives, they are prayer warriors. You can see the men too, they are good people. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
But the outside world is judging them negatively. So I stand to tell people that is a personal decision as you are going in there. Tell yourself that even though there is an evil this thing, covenant or whatever, me, I'm going to break it and I'm going to make a positive impact. And thank God for our Papa, David Ibiumi, who told us that the Christians need to be in the political circle to change the negative narrative so that you can be there and talk on behalf of the Christendom.
Yeah.
So these are the things that motivated me to go in there. And my brother, this is my how many years in politics? I'm going to 20 years in politics.
Wow.
Nobody has given me any money form to fill.
Yeah.
Nobody has told me scatter your home.
Yeah.
Nobody has told me come let's go to a nightclub, leave your husband. I am married by the grace of God.
Wow.
My marriage is 23 years old by God's grace.
Yeah.
By His grace, I have children. My daughter is rounding off final year in university.
Wow.
God has been faithful. The politics has not come between me and my husband and my family.
Wow.
God has been packaging it for me. And I have come to understand that all they are saying are lies from the pit of hell. My brother, if there's an opportunity for you to play politics, please enter and play.
True.
Because in this life, if you don't have God, you are not connected.
True.
You go nowhere. As I'm doing this thing, it has opened my eyes of understanding the more to know that when you have God and you are connected, you can help the masses. That is how you can help the less privileged.
True.
You understand?
Yeah.
Through these means. But a lot of persons are being misinformed that when you go there, you do this, you do that. I am saying it wholeheartedly is a lie. It's not like that.
Like
I've
that.
seen, I've saw, and I've conquered.
Wow.
It's not how it is. Thank you.
So you've been a politician longer than you've even been a caterer.
Yes.
Longer than you've been an evangelist,
Yes.
but you've always been a Christian. You've always been in the line of seeing the light, which is Christianity.
Yes, of
That's
course.
wonderful. So now I want to ask, you said it is not exactly as it seems. Definitely there are different controversial opinions that would say, due to how things are being done in the country, the economy, how things are going, how promises are being made and they will not be fulfilled. I don't know. I don't want to bring up any form of controversies, but I would like you to throw light on that. What are the things in light of politics that would make a politician give what is it called, a manifesto, and then when they are made to be in power they don't follow up? What have you seen in that light, that you that have been in the business, what have you seen in that light that you can shed on it and tell us if this is something that happens with the party, if it's something that happens with the politician, if it's something that happens with whatever? Can you please just share light on that?
Okay, thank you very much on that question.
Yeah.
On issue of us. Maybe you come to run for House of Assembly, for example,
Yeah.
and you came up with a manifesto that as soon as people vote me,
Yeah.
I'm going to water the whole community.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this in the LG. I'm going to do that in the grassroots.
Yeah.
Fine. And by the time, God's willing, they emerged, and you have shown office 100 days, 6 months, 1 year, nothing is forthcoming. My brother, that means that person is not truthful to him or herself,
Okay.
because is a matter of self-decision, self-discipline. If you are indeed, that is why it's good for you to have God. That's why I said, may God bless my parents, their blessed memory.
Okay.
Once you have that foundation in Christ, and any public office is being given to you, you will know that that office was given to you for humanity. And you have to return back to humanity.
Yeah.
So going in there, your manifesto should be on the front of your desk. As they break, you will know that I promise to give them light. You go for it. It's not your money.
Yeah.
It's public money.
Taxpayers, yes.
The money is meant for the masses.
Yeah.
You've promised them good road. The assembly will come. The assembly representing this constituency will write a proposal with the help of his cabinets and the leaders of the communities, the kings, the chiefs, everybody, the youth, the women leaders, that this is what and what we need, which is the manifesto he preached that he's going to do. It's not left for the person because he has conscience, he has the people at heart. Christ lives in him. He will go to the governor, through the chief of staff, to the governor. Please, during the campaign, I promise my people that I'm going to give them electricity.
Yeah.
There is no transformer in my community.
Yeah.
Because you are representing that constituency.
Yeah.
The governor has no power to say he's not going to give you. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
It's for you to go and ask. One thing is for you to remember your people first.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's for you to ask on their behalf and work towards it. That will be given to them.
Yeah.
And you can't make any request on behalf of your constituency and anybody will stand against it. But just that some doesn't have Christ in them, once that thing is being given, they will divert it. These are the things that is making them not to prosper. And by the time you go, the first tenor, you didn't do anything that is tangible. Next tenor, do you want people to vote you?
No.
The answer is no. They will not vote you in. So many people that are going there, they are not being able to fulfill their campaign promises, are the people who does not have conscience, who does not have God, who does not wear the face of humanity. But once you have Christ, He will direct you, you will do the right thing. And anytime anybody calls your name in that community, everybody will okay it.
Yeah.
Like, let me use myself as a case study. By His grace, I don't have diamond, I don't have gold. But anything I know I can do for you, if it's to make up for you, if it's to go with my legs or my hands, I know that I can do for you. For you to be happy. You just walk from your house, you came to meet me, or you call me on phone. This is what I want. Can you help me? I will go out of my way to make sure that I help you on that.
Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Like now, I said I want to contest for elected position.
Yeah.
They are telling me once you come out, every other person will shut down, will vote you. Some persons have started coming to beg me that I shouldn't come out. Are you getting me?
Wow.
Because they know that Christ in me is the hope of all glory. I will make sure that what is due to the masses is being given to them.
Yeah.
Charity begins at home.
Yeah.
If a visitor comes to your house today and you did not give him seat, you did not go to your fridge and get him water or drink, that means if a public office is being given to you, you can't be able to manage it.
Yeah.
So it starts from home. And people like that are not keeping to their campaign promises, like I repeat,
Yeah.
Christ is not in them. They don't have humanity at heart. They don't know how to give. That is the problem. So whenever we want to select, we should select good leaders that will go there and become the voice of the voiceless. Thank you very much.
Wow, this is wonderful. So basically, the answer she's giving is it's all a personal thing. It depends on who we elect and how the person decides to run the office. So, Mr. Rama, I want to ask, what are the challenges you faced merging being a politician, a caterer, and an evangelist, and also a mother and a wife? What are the challenges you face, and how have you been able to maneuver through them? How have you been able to scale through them?
Okay, is well. I don't too much have challenges though, because why? It's God that is running it for me.
Yes.
When the hand of God is upon anything you are doing, you will not have stress.
Yeah.
In my marriage, I don't have stress.
Wow.
God has been awesome. My husband is quite understandable. My children give me support. He gives me support. I don't have problem with that.
Yeah.
Then, on my political race, I don't have problem. One thing in politics is this: you should be focused. Know why you are there. If you're focused and you know why you are there and you're pushing it and you're doing the right thing, I know 75 persons will like you, 25 will hate you. But just keep it up behind you. Remain focused. You understand?
Yeah.
Then, what I have faced in politics is pulling down syndrome, which is a normal thing.
Yeah, in any sector of life, people won't want you to go ahead of them. They always want to be in front, and they want it.
That's not nice. The reason is this: if you see your sister succeeding, put a lifting hand to support him or her. If you see your brother doing well, the same thing. Because grace differs.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You shouldn't say, why must it be her? Every time they are calling her, everything, that means you have taken greed, you have taken jealousy.
Yeah.
And you're not going to move forward.
True.
You start be struggling. So the only thing I've encountered in politics, life is pulling down syndrome. But as a strong politician, a strong party woman, I don't allow those things to move me.
Yeah.
They will come up with one story. Okay? You might hear that, that woman, forget about how, hey, the whole women, she's a lesbian, now she can carry them.
True.
That woman, if you go to the whole hotel where the Nigerian only her,
imagine.
they will bring something that is strong to weigh you down.
Yeah.
But see, hit your chest. I know who I am. I am moving forward.
Yeah.
Those words shouldn't move you.
At all.
So you should be able to know who you are in Christ. And with God in politics, you will make it. And if you are going into politics, please have something to go in with.
Yeah.
Be a business person.
Yeah.
Be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Do it well. And let people know you there that, call Ugo now, he will fix this laptop for you.
Yeah.
You are relevant. If you
Yeah.
don't have any skill and you are there, you've been jumping up and down, begging up and down, nobody will look at you, you won't move forward. So when those people that are behaving that way have seen that you already made, you know yourself, you package yourself, you're educated, you came to this field to upgrade, they'll start being envious of you. You understand?
Yeah.
But don't mind them. Focus. So these are the challenges I've faced in politics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I like what you just said. You said whenever anybody wants to endeavor in that, they should make sure they are not coming empty.
Yeah.
They should come with a skill and value.
Yeah.
No, value most of the time is underrated. Like, what do you bring to the table? Most people in so many contexts now tend to misinterpret that question. But being someone of value means in every given time, when a particular, Papa will call it a problem bringer, a problem solver, rather. When there's whatever situation that requires your attention, you'll be someone that they can call upon at any time, and you say, okay, this person will definitely bring about change. This person will definitely bring about solutions to this whole thing, and that's wonderful. And I reason that a lot. I flow with that a lot because even in this field of entertainment, most of the times you get to a place and because of your skill, it makes way for you. So it's wonderful. One more thing, one last thing before we round this off. I want to know what you do. Definitely, you can't do it alone. You have a team, you have people around you that you call and you say, okay, do this for me, do this for me. I want to know, how do you, first of all, select the people you work with?
Thank you very much.
And sorry, it's two questions in one.
Okay.
How do you select them and how do you manage them?
Okay, thank you very much on that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not easy. To manage human being is not easy. Though I
Yeah.
have staffs that work with me
Yeah.
in my catering aspect, my political aspect, in my ministry aspect.
Yeah.
I have all of them. We are all imperfect human beings.
Yeah.
Learn to accommodate,
Oh.
learn to manage, learn to correct with love. I have many of them. See, I'm small, oh, but if I tell you people that calls me mommy, at times I'll be ashamed of myself. Why are they calling me mommy? They are bigger than me. Is grace. Me, I believe in. Anyhow, that's my upbringing.
Yeah.
Anyhow, a child is bad, we can amend that child
Yeah.
by His grace. So I have a lot of them. They are not perfect. They came to my industry to work.
Yeah.
I have a lot of them that will come with different characters. I have one that takes Igbo very well, but he knows how to work very well. Do you know what he does? As soon as he arrives, we'll just go and use my big pot thing tomato. That can that big one. Use and sow gari. Smoke the gari that morning. They ask him, why is he taking gari early morning like this? And in less than 1 hour, food will come out. But I now understood why he was doing that. I called him. I said, this is not life. You're not helping your internal organ. You're not helping yourself. I kept on preaching to him, talking to him. Today, he's a changed person. He's one person I can call and say, go to the event center where we're doing something. Do this, do that. He will get it perfectly. He's somebody that whenever he calls him for anything, he will come out and he will get it right. Okay. Other of his colleagues, the co-stars, started using it against him. And I warned all of them. All of you have your own. You should leave him. Go and work on your own self.
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody is perfect.
Yeah, true.
So he's here with me. If you leave him that time to go, he doesn't have a mother. He has a father in the village. What will he turn out to be tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are you getting me? I have girls too that came. That one is living with his boyfriend. The boyfriend will come and bring her to my place and say I should give her food. She not exceed 1,000. And the food 1,000 will not be enough for her.
Enough for her, yeah.
And she's beautiful. I ask her, who is this person to you? She says it's her boyfriend. I say, what are you doing for a living? She said, nothing. I say, oh, you so you cannot go and learn one thing. She said she likes to learn this my work, but the money there is much. She can't do it. I told her first and foremost, you don't have parents, you don't have sisters, you don't have brothers. If you want me to teach you this work, go out of that place you're living with that guy. For you to be focused. Because me, I don't like immorality. How can you be living with somebody who did not pay 1 naira in your head? And you are there, you'll be taking risky. Before you know it, as a woman, as far as you're a woman, you have eggs in your body. And two of you must be pregnant. And one thing you will do, you start to terminate it. What if your life goes in? Or you're taking postpone every day? That's not nice. I spoke to her. After talking to her, she said, Auntie, her problem is this. You don't have where to stay. I made arrangements. She squatted with two other girls that threw me before. And from there, she was coming to my place. I told her, I have a lot of things. I don't like teaching, taking class to teach people because I'm occupied. I'm very, very busy. That's my challenge. And I told her, okay, I will teach you how to do more. Puff, puff. You see these two things, you can run with it in your life. Just keep to the standard. Rather, self, add to what I've taught you. Don't reduce. She said, okay, she's willing. And through, she became willing on that stuff. I taught her how to do mama. She told me that she has worked in Shell before as a cleaner. And I said, okay, can you have access to that place? She said, yes, if she talks to the security, they will give her access. I said, okay, first and foremost, go and tell them that you want to be bringing mama in the morning to the gym side. She told them they accepted. She had nothing. She comes to my place in the morning. Early morning, she'll grind it and come. Before 10 o'clock, the mama is ready. And by that time, people that are doing gym are almost rounding up. She will go there. She started with 5 cups of beans. As I speak to you today, she uses 1 bag of beans 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, basically, if a person has hands, has legs, has a head, and is idle, you don't have any other person to blame aside from yourself.
Of course.
Because if you can't get a job, there are some, how would I put it? There are some, my in-law would say life is choice.
Yeah.
There are some little things that you can do. This thing you're talking about, it reminds me of when I was working at the airport. There was a particular guy, he'd also work in the airport, but his mom sells bread and beans so everybody knows his mom. Now this boy, I think he was about 14 then. He will wait till evening, around the time when staffs are supposed to close. He will quickly, because where staffs park their car is like at the top floor. So he will quickly go and wash 2 or 3 or 4 of them's car, and they will pay him. The last time I went to the airport, that was last year. I saw him working in the airport. And the funny thing is, he was not even working as an office assistant or he was working as a driver.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, how did you get here? Then he told me a story. He said, from washing the car, one of the staff started teaching him how to drive. Why? Because they needed him to be dropping things off. Because, he had some, because I was working at the, what's it called? Not international airport, the regional airports, MM2. And then he always want to send some things abroad. He said you should go and drop it there. This same person gave him license, did license for him when he was 19. And now he's about 20 or 20 something. So I was like, wow. And now you have a position. So at this point in time, when I look at young people like myself that choose to do, like you said, immoral things to make money, I beg to wonder, what sort of upbringing do you have? Or what sort of choice do you have that will make you see yourself less than the value at which God has placed on you? So this whole thing you are saying, I'm very, very glad you said this, because most people think they have to be overly qualified before they get a position. But what you're saying is simple. It's the same thing you said before, relevance. Whenever a person decides to make that conscious decision that, okay, I want to be relevant to myself first, I want to be relevant to my community, I want to be relevant to people around me, I don't want to cause nuisance. But sometimes when you see those boys at the bus stop, these are people that if they put their mind to hard work, what they are doing too is not easy. But so thank you very much for coming. We appreciate your words of wisdom. We appreciate you sharing your experience. I think I had a question, but maybe another time. Give it for another
Go
time.
ahead, go ahead. Ask your question.
Now I want to ask
Okay.
in okay, how will I put this? In the catering business, I'm sure you have a standard, a
Yeah.
particular standard at which you maintain. But I want to ask, have there been times where you have, should I say, either crossed the line or reduced your standard to get, how will I put this, contracts or connections or jobs?
Okay, on that note, there is one time I would say it's a mistake. I made that mistake. And I vowed not to do it again. Because every company need to have a system.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine came, and I think the parents, one of them died. I can't remember again. It's quite a long time. And I said, okay, I should give her a list to get things. Then I'll take my workmanship. I said, okay. I sent the list to her. That was my early stage.
Yeah.
I sent the list to her and I asked her, have you gotten everything? She said, yes. I said, okay, lo and behold, I got to this venue. You see, all the things I wrote, nothing was there. And the burial is tomorrow. I arrived at their place at about 6 in the evening.
Wow, it's already
Market has closed.
Yeah.
What do we do? I told her I can't do this because I don't want anything that will be to the detriment of my company.
Business, yeah.
I said, I'm going. I can't do this. She pleaded and pleaded and pleaded. So we checked around. We get some things around. And we managed to do the work. People that are in our river state here that knows me, that came because it was outside my state here. I said, they're not sure that I'm the one
That made that, wow.
And they were defending me inside the car. So somebody that was there that knew what trespass now explained to them. They said, no wonder, eh? I took that decision.
Never again.
Never again. If this is my company's standard, this is my policy, you can't change it for me. Please, I'm doing this thing for 5,000.
Yeah.
And you come to me and said, Madam, please, can you give me for 3,000? Let me consider it. I said, no, I won't do that. I've checked for me to get that standard and that quality is 5,000. 5,000 is 5,000. So I found out that if you are doing cheap work, it's already put the name of your company. But when you get it right and know that what will produce this work for me is 5,000 naira, my brother stick on that.
Yeah.
Let people say, her food is nice, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
Let it not be, it's cheap, but I know the sweet Zawi. You understand?
Yeah.
So my food is nice, it's expensive. So we'll give you value for what you paid for. So I don't do that as in that first experience.
Yeah. It taught you a lot.
Me.
Yeah.
And thank God for Control Entrepreneurship School I attended to. It also shaped me. So we are in for quality, standard, and nothing reduces it.
Wow. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you speaking on these topics and answering the questions. We hope to see you again in the future. And by then, I'm sure you'll be the governor of River State.
Amen. It's possible. There's nothing I cannot do.
Yes.
Thank you very much for having me on your studio. Thank you very much.
God bless you.